In late 2021, Geoffrey and Victor Max collaborated on a fictional retelling of their so-called star-crossed romance. Every character, event, name, and likeness presented in this audio has been fully fictionalized, and any resemblance to real individuals, whether intentional, implied, or coincidental, is purely accidental. This narrative is performed by Victor Max, who also contributed creatively to its development.
Grubbible presents A Stitched Heart.
Chapter 7. Settling for Yuen Han Sandy. Years passed, and Kevin Chan settled into a life that gleamed with normalcy, a polished veneer to hide the cracks beneath. Yuen Han Sandy Lau was gentle, a clinical physician with a laugh like Chinese wind chimes, delicate and melodic, cutting through the Kevin's paranoia and self-loathing. She was safe, acceptable, everything the town approved of. Her quiet grace, her impeccable professionalism, her limited English when they first met, speaking barely 6 words with a wry smile. Kevin clung to that limitation, hoping it would shield her from seeing the truth, his depravity, his weakness, the scumbag he knew he was. Nearly 20 years had passed since his fevered nights with Geoffrey Leonard, and Kevin had worked tirelessly to lock that part of himself away, burying the itch that still stirred at the thought of a quivering neck flap and mismatched eyes. At 33, Kevin married Yuen Han Sandy in an extravagant ceremony that rivaled a stage production. The chandeliers sparkled in the Kangaroo Valley banquet hall, casting prisms across silk-draped tables. The string quartet never missed a note, their music soaring through the air. Every flower, orchids, lilies, roses seemed imported to impress, their scent heavy and cloying. It was the perfect performance. Ironic for a long-term unsuccessful actor. Kevin had rehearsed every detail, from his tailored suit to his practiced smile, ensuring the audience, their closest friends and families, Yuen Han Sandy's colleagues, his own distant relatives, saw only the polished facade. But here and there, in fleeting moments, his smile didn't quite reach his eyes, a flicker of absence no one seemed to notice. He convinced himself he was whole, that the man who'd craved Geoffrey's cold, stitched touch was gone, replaced by the ideal husband. Their life slipped into routine, a carefully choreographed dance to keep the cracks from showing. Kevin took a job at a local bookstore, shelving novels and chatting with customers about bestsellers. His days filled with mundane tasks that kept his hands busy and his mind numb. Yuen Han Sandy worked long hours at the clinic, her gentle presence a balm when they shared quiet dinners, her broken English improving with each passing month. They laughed over takeout, watched old movies, built a life that looked perfect from the outside. But Kevin's heart was a locked box, and the key lay in the shadows of an auditorium, with a man whose flabby bicep trembled and whose neck flap quivered like a living thing. He had somebody from Airtasker to assemble the crib with meticulous care. He watched with sincerity as he had a friend paint the nursery as soft blue. He knew he'd only mess up doing anything even remotely manly. He smiled at her doctor visits, nodding at ultrasound images, his heart elsewhere, tangled in the auditorium with a monster who felt younger than time. When their son was born, a squalling bundle with Yuen Han Sandy's gentle eyes, Kevin held him, his breath catching at the weight of this new life. He named the boy William, Geoffrey's middle name. A secret tribute slipped past Yuen Han Sandy's unsuspecting smile. The choice was a quiet rebellion, a thread tying him to the man whose stitches had unraveled his soul. Their life marched on, William's laughter filling the house, Yuen Han Sandy's wind chime laugh echoing in the evenings. Kevin played the part doting father, loving husband, reading bedtime stories to William, holding Yuen Han Sandy's hand during walks through Hornsby's misty streets. But late at night, when the house was still, he'd sit in the dark, his notebook open, pen hovering over blank pages. The stories faltered, unable to capture the drama he'd lived with Geoffrey. The memory of that final handshake at the acting school, the moment when it was just the two of them, lingered like a ghost. Kevin wondered if Geoffrey had died. At this point, he'd have to be pushing 90. Kevin dared not linger on the thought, and he definitely did not Google the man. He looked at Yuen Han Sandy, sleeping peacefully, and at William, dreaming in his crib, and told himself this was enough. The children's adaptation of Lolita, sitting with the other storybooks on the shelves, whispered otherwise. Kevin's heart was a fractured stage, the spotlight forever fixed on a stitched-up man who refused to fade.
Am I suggesting you subscribe? Well, yes.
Come on, boys, where are you? Oh, there's one.
Geoffrey Leonard detected. We are pursuing ETA.
I wonder what that was. Oh no! Cyberbend!
I can't believe they never released the second part. But thanks to the leak, it's here. Part 2 of the 3 Geoffreys. It's sick, it's hilarious. Will Cyberbend finally take out Jeff? Keep your eyes peeled, it's coming soon.
Tell them to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.